Hello everybody and welcome to Letterbox Book Club. My name is Claire.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And today we'll be discussing Ali Hazelwood's Loathe to Love You.
Mm-hmm. A collection of novellas.
Yep, and what a journey that has been. We're really on an Ali Hazelwood grind the past few weeks.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Also, pre-apologies to the yard work happening in the background.
Oh, yes.
It just has to be done. Deal with it. ASMR.
Alright, I'll start off with the blurb, which probably would have helped me if I'd read it first, but anyway. A collection of steamy, STEMinist novellas. Mara, Sadie and Hannah are friends first, but scientists always. Though their fields of study might take them to different corners of the world, they can all agree on this universal truth. When it comes to love and science, opposites attract and rivals make you burn. Under one roof, an environmental engineer discovers that scientists should never cohabitate when she finds herself stuck with the roommate from hell, a detestable big oil lawyer who won't leave the thermostat alone. Stuck with you, a civil engineer and her nemesis take their rivalry and love to the next level when they get stuck in a New York elevator. Below zero, a NASA aerospace engineer's frozen heart melts as she lies injured and stranded at a remote Arctic research station, and the only person willing to undertake the dangerous rescue mission is her longtime rival. The end. End of podcast. Goodbye.
We're done. You're done. All right. How about we can do a thoughts, feelings, emotions on like as a general scope, and then we'll dig into like the individual novellas as well. So Kenzie, thoughts, feelings, emotions.
I wish everyone could see me right now because I hated this book.
I can feel the rage just emanating.
I can't even remember the second one because it was so insignificant, and like now it's like that they get stuck in a New York elevator. I'm pretty sure that was like one chapter of it, that they're stuck in the elevator, so I don't think that's the main plotty point of it.
I wouldn't know. I rage quit before I even read it.
Oh my god.
Actually, I read 2 pages. I can tell you exactly the point where I stopped.
Okay, well, I was going to say that I had read the first 2 and then I put it down and I started reading a different book, which is already far more better than this one.
Interesting.
And I was like, do I just DNF this book? And then I was like, no, for Claire I will finish it because
we should talk more often.
Claire usually finishes books. Like, I'm usually the one who DNFs. Anyway, so it's the same. I'm going more into it, but like every single novella is just the same character copied and pasted and then ran through an AI to like change them up a bit, I guess. All the men are the same. I've said it in the last one and I'll say it again. Women are not fragile beings.
Yeah, hell no. Hell, yeah.
Anyway, go on, your turn.
All right, my general thoughts, feelings and emotions. I thought, what was it, Stuck With You, the first one? It had good...
Under One Roof.
Under One Roof, that's it. I thought it had potential. Like it was a good conflict point, which is what intrigued me. And then I DNF'd towards the end of that one. Because it just got ridiculous. And we'll get into that when we talk about it in a bit more depth. The second one, I got like 3 pages in. Again, we'll talk at length. But then the third one, I actually really liked the premise because I think I just like the idea of having some sort of stakes, like a near-death situation, a rescue, high-end stuff.
The third one was the most bearable.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one I actually finished because I was very intrigued by it, and because it was a completely sort of different scenario. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like same characters, same conflicts, essentially, or same like misogynistic overview conflict. But yeah, look, very much the same as the last book where, women are fragile. All the men are big, muscular men that can take up half a door frame.
And have huge penises.
Yep. Or if they're not described as, taking up half a door frame, they're Viking-esque body shape.
They're wide.
Very wide, yeah. But yeah, I loathe this book. So, with that.
Let's talk about Under One Roof.
Under One Roof, we follow the story of Mara and Liam.
Mara and Liam, thank you for remembering their names. I didn't give a fuck.
So, ultimately, Mara's boss died, named Helena, and she left Mara her half of...
A townhouse.
A townhouse, in her will. And so, therefore, she has to now cohabit with Liam.
Yeah.
Who's actually, part of the family, and he owns, like, his father's half. Like, there's a whole family squabble about it.
Yeah, and he's like, I will pay you out
Straight away.
But okay, this is my thing there. Okay, so Mara goes. She said, I think it's said that like she like emailed him or something saying like, hey, I've got a new job, I'm relocating, I'm going to come live, whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, she gets there, he opens the door, he's like, here's a check. She's like, no.
Yep.
I'm going to stay here or whatever. And then he's just like a brooding piece of shit. And it's like, okay, at least let the girl stay for like until she sorts out like
I feel like this
other
whole
accommodation.
I feel like the approach to this sort of situation is completely unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like you would have at length a good conversation with I suppose the other housing shareholder.
Yeah.
And you'd work on have an arrangement.
Also, if someone left me half of a townhouse that someone else was already living in, I'd be like, no, I don't really want to go and live there as well with this person that I don't know. Yeah. And then if they offered to buy me out for like double what it was worth,
I'd be like, fuck yeah, bro.
I'd be like,
payday.
Give me that check.
Yeah, I just think, and then in the blurb it's described as, obviously, Liam's a roommate from hell. I mean...
No, he's not. He's just a guy who's been used to living by himself.
And it's in his familial home as well.
And he doesn't like mess, and he likes the temperature at a certain temperature.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I feel like this is really... As much as it's fiction and we should suspend our, disbelief and blah, blah, blah. But, I just found it unbelievable and unrealistic. And the reason why I DNF'd it was because when she started talking about applying for another job, whatever, or a better job. Because she's an environmental scientist and he's a big oil lawyer, corporate lawyer, and that's the only really moral conflict that they have. It's the whole, I'll apply for this job if you quit yours. Yeah. Just that whole...
Because he's like, I don't really like working for these people or whatever.
Yeah, no, but like her sanctimonious, high moral thing is like, I'll do this if you do this, and I felt like that was completely ridiculous and stupid, and therefore I stopped reading it at that point.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, they end up falling in love because
of course they do. I did like the structure of the book though, of the constantly like we start off in the present and then we go back 6 months and work our way forward. I liked it. Yeah. It got a little bit overused when it started happening in the second book. I know. And then I was sick of it by the third one.
Book. I was like, just give me the chronological order. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't remember when they fell in love, but they did, and I didn't really care about
it was 6 months. It's within the 6 months that she got her half of the house.
He has a huge penis, and they have sex, and he makes her come. I don't know how far you got in all the books, and then what, you just didn't read the second one?
Oh, we got like 3 pages in, bro.
So I'm pretty sure this is another big qualm that we have. I'm pretty sure in every single one of these novellas, or at least in lots of early Hazelwoods, they go to have sex, and then the guy's like, either I don't have condoms, or like, let me find them, and then the girl is like, it's okay, I'm on the pill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's practice safe sex, everyone. First of all, because, one, like... I know that these are new adult books, but I'm sure there are a lot of teenagers who are reading them or whatever. And so a teenager is going to be like, okay, if I'm on the pill, like, I'm safe. And it's like, there are still, like, STDs. Yeah. And there's one, like, in the last book, like, they're having sex or whatever. And she's like, oh, like, I'm on the pill, but, like, unless you're going to kill me with, like, chlamydia, like... Yeah, and, like, it mentions, like, STD or whatever. It's like, that's the only mention. It's like, no, this should be, like, a conversation. Like, you don't know who he slept with in the last 5 years, but... So it's like, teenagers are going to read this and be like, oh, okay, that's fine, like, whatever. And it's like, no, like, STDs, and also, like, you can still get pregnant, like, it's a whole thing. And I just don't like, I just wish there was a book where, it was explicitly, like, I'm wearing a condom or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that happens in, like, our more dark, twisted books that we've read.
Yeah,
where they
funnily
do, like,
enough.
Hooked, and stuff where they are, like, big on protection.
Yeah, how ironic.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just over that conversation of, like... Yeah. And why, is the onus on the women to, like, I'm on the pill, like, why can't women be like, I still, like, don't feel comfortable?
I think in the third book, it was like, oh, normally they do have condoms, but considering the situation that they're in, or whatever, it's like, she allowed it for this, like, one time, almost. Raw dogging it. Anyway, I digress.
And then it's always like the man's always like, oh, like, I want to come in you or whatever. And it's like,
I know. They get super obsessive with that. And it's like, bro, relax. But yeah, back to Mara and Liam. But within that 6 months, like, they have to have that awkward conversation in the middle of the night because he's trying to, like, I don't know, make food because he was late. Because they're unnecessarily petty. It pissed me off, of course. And I don't know, the newfound friendship just blossomed with ease.
Yeah.
They just sat and watched Bachelorette or Bachelor or whichever one it was, and they just did their shit.
Yeah, and also, sorry, I keep digressing to, like, all of the books as a whole, but I think that's either, like, because they are all the same fucking character.
Yeah.
Like, all of them, and now it's a joke, because it's always, I hate this man is my enemy, this man has pissed me off, blah, 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 and then suddenly, like, oh no, like, now we're in love.
Found a middle ground,
like, yeah. And it's like, I know that, I've seen TikToks of, like, people being like, oh, Ali Hazelwood, like, when people are saying that, like, oh, like, all your books are the same now, blah, 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 and now she's writing that, like, Omega-verse one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool, but, like, you've already written 6-7 books that are the exact fucking same.
I mean,
like,
this could be the exact same, but vampire werewolf, or werewolves, or whatever the Omega-verse
And I know she has
is.
another book coming out in November or October, I think, called, like, Check and Mate. And it's another, like, it's about a chess competition or whatever. But again, like, it's enemies to lovers because it's two, like, competing chess players.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I mean, I respect her for having a formula, and if it sells her millions of dollars worth of books, I mean, all the power to her.
Yeah.
However, please have some variety.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, she probably writes about into how she describes, like, her male characters is probably men that she's attracted to, and, like, you know, that's fine. But, like, yeah, if it's the same for every single book, bro.
Yeah. And also, again, like, women in STEM, I'm sure, are primarily very smart, powerful women to get where they are. Like, I'm sick of, these women being smart.
Really intellectual, but then dumb.
But then, so fucking dumb, or, like, just so, like, oh, I'm scared, like, I need to confront someone, blah, blah, blah.
And they're all super tiny women and these big men, and it's like...
Yeah.
But she has the formula, apparently.
But, it's the same book, and now I can't differentiate between any book because they're all the same.
You think of B, but then you think of Hannah, or you think of Sadie, or you think Olive, or it's Liam, but it's Levi, but it's also Adam. Yeah. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, two of them are different, though, because they're actually from a different country, though. Denmark and Norway, I think. Or they're the same place, I don't know.
They're different places, but they're also both...
European, again.
Yeah, European, Caucasian.
But they differentiate because they actually have beards.
Okay.
Look, I mean, you just look at the Loathe to Love You and, like...
But it's like, okay, they have different art.
Yeah, different art, but like, they're the same.
Yeah, they're described the same. I'm still picturing them the same.
Yeah.
It's like very much like Rhysand and the Bat Boys and Rowan and stuff. Same face syndrome. Like, they're all just the same to me, just different hair. Yeah,
different hair and different accent when you think about it, too. Back to Liam and Mara, I guess. And Liam has that sort of work affliction where he owes his mentor and advisors a lot, and that's why he is cooped up in a big corporate oil, like, lawyer job. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you're a big boy. Yeah. You can quit your job and go work somewhere else.
You can communicate. Once again, in Below Zero, we have Pyria Roll.
Yeah.
Sabotaging the main character.
Yeah.
And, like, also, like, did he just send her out there to die? Like...
her advisor, essentially.
Yeah. Because he was like, I'm not coming, it's too dangerous, but, like, you still go and do it.
Yeah.
But then also, like, understand that Liam, whatever his name is in the last one.
No, it's, Ian.
Ian, same thing.
Yeah.
He vetoed the project or whatever.
Because it was too dangerous.
But he didn't, like, that wasn't said to her. It was just said, like... You're not getting the funding. It's like, it should have been laid out. Like, you are not getting the funding because XYZ, like, it is too dangerous. Like, do it at a different time of year, or, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah. I feel like it shouldn't have just been like, you don't get money. Like,
yeah. And, it just comes across as, like, just an outright rejection. And obviously, Hannah was hurt by that, of course. But, I feel like in a proper... Like, I'm not privy to what happens in, like, funding interviews or conferences or whatever, but I would assume it's like, you're not getting the funding. Yeah, here's all the reasons why. Yeah. If you can fix it, or if we can change that, compromise,
because I feel like that would be a thing. It's like, you're not getting the funding because of this. Yeah. And then then you go back and you rework, like, your project and your proposal, like, because otherwise how are you meant to, like, move forward in your career? Yeah.
Ultimately, I think it's just because her advisor kind of wanted to set her up for some sort of failure. Yeah. So then he can swoop in and be like, all right, well, if you do it this way, I have a successful project. Yeah. Yeah, ultimately Below Zero was my favourite one because of the whole, like, Hannah is, like, a NASA scientist. And because she was a NASA scientist, I thought we were going to get a B-Levi interaction, but we did not. Because they're in the similar scope of areas. At NASA, yeah, for sure. And because all NASA workers know everybody, right?
Of course. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy to be done with like Liam and Mara because I was just over it. Like I didn't even get to the part where they bone because I didn't like that. And Mara, also with Mara, her boss just doesn't respect her, and that's why she's competing for a role against him. And then Liam's like, just do it. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I was over that one. All right, stuck with you. All right, so the first couple of pages.
I don't even know what it was about.
Sadie and Eric, they inevitably get stuck in an elevator.
I feel like I didn't even realise I was stuck in an elevator.
I didn't even get up to that point. All right, I'll walk you through how I was reading this book.
Read the first couple pages again to read.
Okay, me. Well, I'll explain. I'm pretty sure the story starts. Shut up. I think it starts with Sadie going to like a coffee shop one day. Maybe not because you're reading.
Oh, it starts off with my world comes to an end when the elevator lurches to a stop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Anyway, I might be the next chapter. Must have ended it, but anyway, like yeah, Sadie goes and gets some croissants, and then she's overly enthused about these croissants and obsessive with these croissants, and this chick is not making any more croissants, and it was just croissant, and it was pissing me off in general. And then at the time, we know it would be Eric, gave her a croissant, and he runs away. Or walks away.
I think I definitely skipped some chapters somehow because I do not remember the start of this of them being stuck in an elevator.
Ultimately, my qualm was Eric gave her a croissant and he walks away and she chased after him and he's like, "Thank you for the croissant," and he just stares at her and it's like every character
because he's just fallen in love with her.
Yeah, but that's every single person in this book, and that's when I rage messaged you. I'm like, all they do is stare at each other.
Yeah.
Or the guy just stares in bewilderment. As if a pretty woman is talking to him. And then, so I rage quit then and there. I'm like, I'm sick of this. And then I started reading Below Zero because it had a good premise and there was some high stakes and it was adventurous and Hannah was different. She was definitely not like those other girls. And yeah, Hannah, Sadie and Mara, they're all friends and they're all interconnected within these novellas also, if that hasn't been made clear. Kenzie's face journey right now is just...
I don't think I read this one. How did I do this? What?
Baby Rainbow.
Oh no, then the FIFA. I remember the FIFA.
FIFA, fly in, fly out.
The FIFA thing. Okay, I did read this one. When did I must have just skipped the first few chapters or something.
Jesus. All right,
cool.
Can you explain what happens in the second novella to me?
Nah. There's a cat. It's called Cat.
Oh, fun. We love a quirk.
Yeah. Or she works for someone and his company stole their tender or something.
Oh.
But he didn't mean it because he had spoken to her about this big meeting that she has coming up to try and get a tender for a company or whatever.
Okay.
And then so he obviously was like...
What's a tender in this situation?
Like a contract.
Oh, okay, cool. And all I know is that she is an engineer and Eric is also an engineer of sorts.
Yeah, they're different engineers.
It must be... It's civil. Must be civil and something else. And then because I rage messaged you, I DNF'd because I psyched myself out.
Oh. And then they're falling in love.
Of course they do. He's so big, isn't he?
Here, let me just... Should I pull out? No, I exhale. I'm good. We're good. Pill.
Literally the sentence.
He comes inside me before I'm done talking, burying the sounds of his pleasure into the skin of my throat. We stay like that after. So he's still inside her.
Just having a nap.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
1 month later.
Pregnant?
No.
Bugger.
They're eating croissants.
Yeah.
Oh, they're making croissants. Croissant.
We just need that Tom Holland meme of him trying to pronounce croissants as well. Croissant.
I hate you. I close my eyes, quietly planning murder and mayhem and lots of something revenge scenarios. I will deface his jerseys. I will pour soy sauce in his chocolate milk. I hate you. I repeat, I hate you so much. Nah, when I open my eyes, Eric's smile is warm and soft. I don't think you do, Sadie.
Oh yeah, I read that last time because I was trying to find the beginning chapters of the next novella.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so that's fine.
Oh, they hate each other. I hate.
Yeah, and in none of her books do any of them ever say they love each other. And I'm like, I just want that once, love bomb me,
right?
Fall in love with me, I don't care.
But you don't actually hate them.
No,
hate is a very strong word.
Yeah.
And then they talk about defacing their jerseys or whatever. It's like, bro.
Yeah, it's like, that's property damage, and they can sue you.
Yeah, it's like, you're a smart lady.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
I think what I liked about Below Zero, now that we're made our way to Below Zero properly. Oh, wait, thoughts, feelings, emotions. No, it doesn't matter.
I hate it. I never want to see this book. I'm going to burn this book. Actually, no, I'm going to...
It's a pretty cover, and it's got the nice layout identifying the different, novellas and a bit of character art, which is always pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked Hannah because as much as we complain about Ali Hazelwood's female characters, they're not like as sexually free.
Yeah.
Or they're not really owning their, sexual desires and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, they're little tiny women who have no experience in bed because they're in STEM and they don't have time for that.
Yeah, sure. And the men just don't date for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Or they've been burned once and they hold it against them. Yeah. Anyway.
They just hold women to such a high standard.
What drew a liking to Hannah from the get-go is because she is openly talking about like her sex life and how she likes sex and she needs it, and she
doesn't have dinner.
She doesn't date.
She just fucks.
Yeah, and good on her. We love that.
Yeah. Oh, one of my big qualms I had with Below Zero was like, she's gone to interview this man.
Random guy,
the cousin sort of her friend.
I hated that bit. So it's like, surely you know who your cousins are. Yeah.
Or it's like, okay, you just say you're relative then. If you don't know how you're related, just say you have the same surname, like you're related somehow. Sure. Anyway, so she goes to interview him, and then they go back to like his office or whatever, and then they're flirting, and then they're grinding, and then he creams his pants, which is hilarious. But anyway, but it's like, in what world does this happen? Like, I'm sure it does, like when you're out like clubbing or like one night stands.
You forgot the foreplay. Her helping figure out his code.
Sorry. But it's like, this is meant to be like a professional setting, like it's a professional interview, and then all of a sudden we're grinding all up on each other.
Yeah, do you think that diminishes like a STEM world?
Yes.
In a way?
Yes.
If you're just like outwardly just boning in offices and stuff like that? Not to say it probably doesn't happen. I don't know. I feel like it'd be unhygienic in a science space.
You've also like just met, and it's meant to be like for your project for an assignment.
Yeah. Which also, I think at that time she knew Helena. Helena was was alive at this point. Yeah. Weirdly enough. See, everybody's interconnected.
Yeah, I didn't even put those two together, so...
It's okay. We know how much you care about this book, Kenzie.
Thank
it's
you.
Fine.
You're the one who didn't finish it. At least I finished it.
Hey, I finished one novella, and that's 33%. I finished 33%.
And I was like, I like the scene and the banter and like what happened, but I'm like, why couldn't that have been like, she messaged him the next day or whatever. I was like, oh, like I just need to ask a couple more questions, like, can you come to my apartment or something?
Yeah.
Like, why did it have to be in like the office setting?
I think because he worked at NASA, and I think what I was going to say is because he already has a gig with NASA, she really wanted to kind of push the boundary and like get amongst that, get like a bit of a look in his.
I did also like how she wasn't like, science wasn't her entire life. She just like hit like, she was like getting detentions and stuff, and like she wasn't doing great in school or whatever, and then she like found out about the Mars rover, like Curiosity.
She became obsessed.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna do space stuff.
I mean, isn't that not how every person gets obsessed with something as well? Yeah. Like you see something cool and you're like, that's my personality for the rest of my life. It's the tism, Mackenzie. Sometimes I feel like that's how some characters are written though. It's like, when they're just...
They're special interests.
Yes, not just special interests, but just in like character behaviour.
Yeah.
Social
behaviour, yeah. Anyway, and then like, I liked how she did explain that like it was hard work and it was hard like trying to learn all these like concepts and stuff. But then she just breezed through it and like got a job at NASA. So
yeah, like how hard could it really be?
Yeah. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go get a job at NASA.
Yeah. I think that's like the appealing thing. Is like, Hannah really comes across as that like normal girl who really into herself and she knows what she wants. And she just works hard to achieve whatever she wanted to achieve. Yeah. But then when push comes to shove, still an idiot in some aspects. Yeah. Stubborn. But in that group, in a trio female friendship, right, there's always that one girl who comes across as a bit rougher than the others. And Hannah is definitely that kind of rougher girl who, takes no bullshit, sexually free within herself, and, like, is willing to do the badass shit. Not to say that nothing else, that Mara and Sadie aren't, like, badasses in their own right. Yeah. But, Hannah comes across as that rougher character.
I'm sure maybe there's something coming up. I know that there's like sapphic characters in and throughout, like it's kind of bled into the books. But it's like, here we have 3 females. 3 white females.
Okay.
And they all end up with...
You should have seen what Mackenzie just did. She has a phone covering the cover and she's like, move the phone to look at
Okay, no, but there are 3 white female characters
Yep.
who end up with 3 white male characters.
Yep.
Like, can we have a little bit of spice on this?
Is this just not Ali Hazelwood's preference?
Can we add a little bit of something? Can we... I don't know. And, well, I know that Hannah, I think, in hers, it was like she casually dated, like, a woman or something.
I don't remember,
Yeah,
but that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Again, more rougher character who's willing...
Like, it's not outwardly said, like, I'm bi or whatever, but, like, yeah, she's definitely done that. But it's like, okay, like, let's have some, like, representation. And I know we always talk about how,
Give us
like,
some gay characters.
it is not our right to talk about, like, LGBTQI or whatever, like, if we're an author and we're not explicit, but, like, we don't identify as that or whatever. It's like the same as writing, like, people of colour, if you're not a person of colour, blah blah blah. But I think there's that fine line of just, like, acknowledging them,
Sure,
without, like, going into it or whatever. But yeah,
I feel like you can write those characters, but if your main character is a POC who is going through, like, I don't know, a racism issue, as a white author, I don't think you have the right to write that story.
Yeah,
but
like, I'm saying, that, like, it could be, like, one of them could have been like, identify as lesbian, or, like, she could have had Hannah, like, identify outwardly as bi, or, like, one of the men could have been, like, a person of colour. Like, they don't have to be American, Norwegian, and then
European,
Dutch or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, she's getting the variety and she's covering all her European bases. Yeah, look, these women just sound so intelligent. It's like, just date each other at this point. They're better off than these fellas. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we need a bit more variety. And even if there were, like, LGBT characters, they're the side characters anyway.
Yeah.
Cause who's the chick in Love on the Brain? I forget her name. The best friend to
be Rosie or whatever. Rose.
No, it wasn't that. But something else. But yeah, like, she was bi and she ends up dating a woman, which is fine. But, like, yeah, that's just being a side character.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ali Hazelwood, more variety, please. Please. All right. So yeah, below zero. Hannah's finished interviewing. Yeah,
I think it's like Rosie. We could never pronounce her name. It was like Rosie or something. It wasn't Rosie. Blah blah blah. I remember.
Yeah, I know.
Check your notes.
This is a new phone. I have no notes on this phone. Rockio,
that's the one.
or whoever. Yeah, I don't even know that's it. Yeah, like, going back to what we were saying. Yeah, like, the side characters are getting the LGBT treatment, which is fine. We love that, but give us a main character treatment. Yeah, or even 2 science men. You know, they fall in love. Whatever. We'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I think I'm also just over the, like, opposing job conflict. I don't know. There's probably a better way to say that. But going back to Mara and Liam, like, you know, he's a big oil lawyer and she's an environmental scientist. Like, I'm just over those conflicting jobs leading this hatred and, like, moral superiority complex in characters.
For sure.
I think the Levi and B ones, they complemented each other. Yeah. Like, we need more, like, complementary
because they worked, in the same area.
Yeah.
And so, it was like, well, her work can, like, inform his work or whatever. And then blah, blah.
Work together,
like, these competing...
Yeah.
I work in an environment. I work in big oil. I work in, like, this code or whatever. I work in this. And it's like, just work together.
Yeah, it's all it needs to...
Yeah.
All that needs to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, below zero. Back onto it. Yeah, they end up, you know, sex in the office. Fun.
It's not sex in the office, it's just coming in the office.
Coming in the office, whatever. Yeah, Hannah doesn't date. Like the opposite of Ali Hazelwood's female leads. Yeah. they yearn for dates. Hannah, because she was in her, like, graduate program and she wants to get a job at NASA and she succeeds and they have this whole joke of, like, oh no, I'll see you in, like, 5 years or whatever. And so, she gets a job at NASA. They're working on Mars stuff, which I found pretty, like, interesting, you know, talk about Mars and, like, because it's happening kind of right now with Mars rovers and all that type of stuff. I don't know their names. Curiosity dead. Perseverance, whatever. Prosperity, I don't know.
Serenity.
Vectile. And so, she offers a proposal for doing Mars shit. And obviously, as we established earlier, it gets rejected because it's dangerous or at a weird time because they go to a place in Norway. I'm not going to pronounce it.
Vlad.
Sure. And at that time of year, it's dangerous, but her advisor is really pushing on it. So she gets rejected for the funding. but her advisor pulls money elsewhere or funding elsewhere, and he sends her on the mission. And so she's there in Norway, falls down a crevice or something, and she has a sprained ankle, and the whole story is Ian coming to rescue her. Yeah. Whilst highlighting how they met and how their relationship progresses and stuff like that. And it turns out that Ian was in Norway anyway. Yeah. For that week. And he has a boat. He has his own little boat that he rescues her on. Yeah. And it's all fun and dandy. And yeah, Hannah was obviously upset when her funding got rejected. But yeah, like it could have been fixed with the whole, XYZ reasons. Yeah. Silly. And it's like, you're scientists. You're supposed to be smart people. Get over it. And like, I'm sure you people get rejected for funding all the time. And they're like, oh, well, that's it. I'll just improve it and try again. And then in the end, like, they eventually meet up with Sadie and Mara and all their boyfriends, and they all hang out together.
Yeah, because she has a near-death experience or whatever, so...
She's traumatised.
So he calls
rough character that gets traumatised. Hannah, our girl.
He calls her friend and is like... He calls all her friends and is like, you need to come hang out because she nearly died, Lemaire.
Yeah. Which is fair enough. Yeah. And then I'm just imagining all the boyfriends together because you got, Liam, Eric, and Ian. They're all like the same people. The big guys and their tiny girlfriends. Some with a beard, some with an accent.
All the guys play video games together and they all become friends and it's great. And then they exchange numbers.
And then, I don't know, dude. I'm just done.
Should we talk about the very end?
It's a short book. What happened at the end?
One of them is pregnant.
Really? Yeah. I didn't even read it. Who's pregnant?
I'll tell you, hang on.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very lackluster episode. I'm sorry. I'm just, over it.
Just don't read this book. Yeah. One of them is pregnant. Hang on.
I love having the physical book with us.
It was in the bonus chapter.
I skipped the bonus chapter because I don't care.
Actually, it was before the bonus chapter, I think. No, it was after.
If you're going to have a bonus
chapter...
Sorry,
do you have condoms? No, but I'm on the pill.
Seething rage.
Liam. Mara.
Okay, cool.
They're pregnant.
Fun.
Yeah. And so then all the other ones like talking about like marriage and stuff. So.
Oh, so the kid is going to actually be able to own both halves of the house. Yep. Problem solved. That had so much potential, but then it's just like, you just refuse to be good roommates to each other.
Yeah, you forgot how to use communication. Sorry, I'm getting mad gossip right now.
Such a shame. We will talk about that later. Is it the catfish stuff?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Alrighty, I'm done with this book. Let's go to the stars that listen. Because nothing articulates our feelings more than these good old 1-star reviews. So, to the stars that listen.
And we like to start off with the 1-star first. I mean, honestly, they should all be 1 stars.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. Mine's a bit of a paragraph.
Okay, I have 2 short ones. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
My 1-star review. My 3rd Hazelwood book, and it's clear that there is a recurring theme of small, fragile women in STEM who are intellectually smart but emotionally incompetent and unavailable. In all 3 novellas in this book, they fall for the man, contemplate about having sex, decide to do so, and discover it's this pleasurable, life-changing activity. The lack of communication between characters is atrocious, and each woman cannot make a decision for themselves without their friends' involvement. I just felt like these novellas are missing something. I'd like to see Hazelwood move away from these issues, I guess, and onto something real and tangible. I'm utterly disappointed with this book.
Good.
This highlights exactly what we've been saying the past 3 other Hazelwood books. Alright, what are yours?
Alright. I have they're all insufferable, same character, different profession. All the girls are like, I am not like other girls.
But they are like other girls.
And then my second 1-star is, I wish I could go back to life before I read this book. I hated the part where a girl's cooter was compared to physical characteristics on Mars.
Hannah, no. Oh, geez, that's so gross. All right, my 5-star review. Amazing as always. I will eat up any Ellie Hazelwood book. All 3 novellas in the set were the cutest short reads ever. Got me out of a bad slump. Good for you. Wish I felt the same.
Okay, so my 5-star is, anyone who didn't like this book is my enemy. So I guess I'm that person's enemy. And then there's another one. It's like, this book is 5 stars based solely on my enjoyment, but it's absolutely not a 5-star read.
I love. Hey, that's a good way to put it though. It's a good vibe. Ah, well. And I suppose that concludes this episode of Loathe to Love You by Ellie Hazelwood.
Thanks for listening.
I'm over
I've come
it.
a long way since Love Hypothesis, and I don't
What
like
a journey.
I don't like the trajectory we're taking, but it's fine.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I feel like the Love Hypothesis was better than this.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the Raylo thing.
Yeah, I did see, upon finding my comments, my reviews, someone is like, Ali Hazelwood really, she can't write anything other than like fan fiction, I guess.
Yeah.
In comparison, like obviously she can write stuff. Whether like books are subjective and it's all based on experience and like on your mood and how you're feeling. And but yeah, this was just not it for me.
Yeah.
Or us.
Yeah. Anyway, find us at Instagram on Instagram.
Kenzie's like, let's end this shit right now. Cut the cameras.
_book_club. From there, you'll find our link tree in the bio, which will take you to everywhere, and our link tree is also in our TikTok bio. Like, follow, subscribe, please. We love you all.
Do all the things. Ellie Hazelwood, please don't come for us.
Please help.
Get your bag, queen.
Help us have a fantastic Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Because from September they start getting your data, so that's soon. So.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, I'll just put our like show on shuffle and just like accumulate all the minutes for us.
Yes.
Sure. But no, Ellie, get your bag, queen. Like I totally respect you, just not for me. Okay. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.